All right, joining me now for today's edition of Coach's Corner NA3AHL edition is Josh Fusco, head coach of the NA3AHL Knights.
A lot of numbers there.
Yeah, a lot of tongue-twisted numbers. I'm getting better at it, but we're getting there. But Josh, again, you guys keep rolling. I know there's a couple of wins last weekend. You haven't lost one yet. We got another new team coming into the building. We'll get to that in just a sec. But let's start out with your players. I mean, we've talked about Josh Kim and Jake Fuss, ad nauseum, and rightfully so. Those guys just continue to rack up points and rack up awards each week from the league. But let's talk about some of your other guys on this team. I mean, obviously, just about everybody has racked up some kind of point or some kind of goal or some kind of high save percentage. The list goes on and on. But who else has kind of stood out and who lately has really distinguished themselves beyond that top line?
It's one of those things where they've all are contributing in some way, and I know we've been talking about some of the guys over and over again and focusing in on certain ones, but it's through and through. This whole team is a pretty good family. Where everybody's contributing in some way. A couple new additions. Got another new addition coming in, and one of the biggest things that I really want to thank is the Knights family, the organization as a whole, because our 16s have been doing a tremendous job for us too. Calling them up. I got a couple of them playing, tomorrow, and they jump out and practice and get their time, and so I think they've been contributing. It's been nice to see that these kids I can call up and count on, and they can play and contribute. But then you got guys like Sam Morris and Matt Prosky is doing a phenomenal job. He's kind of one of those quiet guys, and Josh Edwards and Rhett Padgett. They've all battled, and they all do their own little niche on. They all have their own little thing in that lineup. So, it's some of those guys are huge for us, and it's good to see how everybody can contribute, and I don't have to just rely on certain guys to get the job done. Ethan Craig is doing a tremendous job, and with him it's keeping the game simple, and it's a development and helping him learn the game of hockey and helping him progress and become a better hockey player. So it's been a battle in practice. I had been throwing a lot of things at them, and they all, just like I said earlier, they're all sponges, man. They all just take it, soak it up, and run with it, and it's been great. It's been awesome.
Now, obviously, one of the things in dealing with a new league is roster sizes kind of fluctuate. You mentioned it. You get some more and more guys in the building. We've had some U16 players called up and have played well, as you mentioned. But how impressed are you with the fact that some of these games you have here, every once in a while, you have a couple games where you're a little shorthanded, and yet your guys still go out there and hang a double-digit goal total out there. I mean, not just to highlight the offense. Obviously, the defense has been good as well. Very few goals allowed. But what part of that is most impressive to you?
The systems. They execute everything perfectly, and I've been using the key word lately. Practice this week. We have to be perfect. Right. Light bodies in practice. We got guys that are injured. We got David Fostel and Zach Gielarowski out right now with injuries, and that's a big loss. That's a big loss, and David now went down in practice, and those are big losses. But you can see everybody's stepping up. Everybody's one big collective unit. Hey, not to worry, coach. You can see me sweating a little bit, and David goes down. I'm just oh my God, what are we gonna do now? And everybody, they make me as a coach feel comfortable. But the success there, and to get to your question more so, they execute the forecheck. Where we have a guy high all the time. It eliminates the odd man rushes. It eliminates teams being able to break the puck out easier, and for us to work harder. Our D zone, our D are, stand up. They keep the puck in. We're not super aggressive, but in the neutral zone, we're up with the puck. Walk with the puck right away. We don't play around with it. We chip the puck out of the zone, and that's simple, easy hockey. Clear the front of the net, make our goalies, Christian and Carson battle a lot less than what they have to, and it just creates the environment for me as a coach on the bench to be able to double shift a guy or put a guy back for a shift on D, or whatever it is. And I think the one thing that we definitely need to clean up on, Tim, is our penalties.
Sure.
I'm not too happy with the penalties
Sure.
that we've been taking, and you know, some of them aren't really lazy, but we spend too much time in the box rather than, you know, as many guys as we do.
Sure.
So you know, this weekend that's going to be a huge key for me, and a huge key for us is to stay out of the box.
Sure.
You know, stay out of the box, eliminate us being down a man. And it's kind of funny because I say that, and yeah, we put up quite a few short-handed goals.
Right.
It's going to be different though this
Right.
weekend.
Right.
You know, Long Island, they're going to come into this building ready to punch us in the teeth. You know, but the reverse factor is we're going to be looking to do the same thing to them. So
Right.
we got to wear teams off right from the beginning, wear them down, break them down, pump a few goals in, and then I can switch the forecheck up to a 1-2, or you know, change our neutral zone, or do something to kind of help save our legs a little bit. You know, and then having the 16s on Saturday is going to help us for Sunday.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah, now you touched on it there, the Long Island Junior Royals, next team up in the building. Again, as we mentioned earlier, a new team again. You guys are almost through the gauntlet now of all the other teams in the league. 2 left, both from that New York and Long Island area. But, you know, they have some hype coming in with them as well. They've got a good record. They've got a reputation as being a good team. What do you, in preparation for a team like that, you know, and again, you've touched on it already a little bit, but what's the most important factor beyond penalties? I mean, sticking out of the box, obviously, but what else? What do you really circle as a major point?
Major point with Long Island is it's going to be the tempo of the game.
Sure.
You know, we got to control the neutral zone. They like to fly a guy. They like to stretch the far blue. So you know, with our neutral zone and our defensemen, we have to be perfect with that. You know, we have to control that area of the ice. Transition game, same way. We can transition the puck and go the other way just like that. Long Island's the same way. So we have to. They like to slow things down in the offensive zone. We have to do the reverse on that. We got to make them feel pressure, and we got to make them just turn the puck over, toss the puck, dump the puck. We can't let them gain the zone and be able to set up. So, you know, we can do those things. I think we're going to come out on top for sure. You know, studying them, I know a lot of the boys have watched some of their games. You know, so we've done our homework. I've done my homework with them. We know what to expect. We know what we're going to get, and we prep for it all week. And basically, it comes down to 4:30 tomorrow. You know, and see who's really going to be the best of the best. You know, we're undefeated, they're undefeated. Yep. You know, you hear coaches talk about them and what you got to do, and to be honest with you, I don't care what other coaches say. You know, it's my team, it's our family, and we have one way of doing things, and it's been successful. And until, you know, things start breaking down and not successful, we keep doing the same thing.
Sure. All right. Well, as you just mentioned, we have home game tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. It's the game 1 of a 2-game series. The NA plays at 7:30 tomorrow night. Before that, obviously, the NA3 at 4:30, and then the NA3 again on Sunday at 12:30 against the Long Island Junior Royals in both of those games. So, big weekend coming up. Once again, Josh, wish you the best of luck, and thanks for giving us a couple minutes.
Thanks, Tim. Appreciate your time.